Today on the Simeon Henderson Show, I sit down with Jay Davis. He's a multifaceted writer, producer, actor, and children's author from Bellwood, Illinois. He's celebrated for his bold storytelling, unmatched creativity, and commitment to authentic, community-driven narratives. A recipient of the Key to the City of Bellwood, Jay's impact extends far beyond entertainment. He's a hometown visionary dedicated to uplifting the community that shaped him. As a filmmaker, Jay is known for delivering sharp wit, social commentary, and jaw-dropping twists across comedy, horror, and drama. His projects have garnered millions of views, industry recognition, and widespread media coverage on platforms like Fox, NBC Chicago, Real Chicago, and the Chicago Sun-Times. Jay is the creator of Creative Hustle, EDYH, The Terror Within, Stepdads, Reckless Enlightenment, and multiple independent films. He's also the creator and founder of the Bernie Mac Lifetime Achievement Award, and he is doing great things for the city and upcoming comedians and actors. Please welcome to the Simeon Henderson Show, Jay Davis. All right, everybody, I've introduced him, you know who he is, and now I'm sitting here with the one and the only Mr. Jay Davis. Your middle name is T, right?
No, it is not T.
Why do they say JT Davis?
On the award that I got from the Village of Bellwood, shout out to the Village of Bellwood, they sent a letter saying that they're going to give me this award, and the letter said JT Davis. Don't know where the T came from. I wrote back, hey, my name's not JT Davis, don't have a T in my name.
That's what I was thinking.
Can you make sure you change it for the award? Sure enough, I got the award here, JT Davis. I could be an asshole, like, take this award away. I'm like, you know what, I'll just keep it.
Right. So we got to give you, what was it, Tommy? Ted?
Tommy, Teddy, whatever.
We're going to go with Teddy.
Theodore, right? I'm like, who is T? So I'm going to just keep it and just remind people, like, some people in this world are not working with full brain functions.
True. So, you know, right here on the Simeon Henderson Show, we're always giving a voice to the people. And I just want to get down to it. I want people to know who you are, what you've done, the people that don't know you to gain more knowledge about you. You've worked across, comedy. You've done comedy, acting, filmmaking. In those three, let's start with those three. And which one do you like the most?
Just writing. I like writing because I can write whenever. When we can't film, like during the pandemic, we couldn't film like we wanted to. I was still able to write.
Yes.
And create and keep the juices flowing.
So speaking in terms of keeping the juices flowing, when you're writing, you've done horror that has comedy in it, and you've done straight comedy. What goes through your mind? What's the process like for you coming up with these creative ideas?
Just doing something nobody else is doing, telling different stories. You see a lot of the repetitive stuff on TV and shows. They regurgitating old IPs and stuff. I just want to do something new and fresh, and just a different perspective on different subject matters. Okay.
So we know that comedy often comes from the truth, right?
Yeah.
So when we look at your comedy, how much of it, of the material is inspired by real life experiences?
I want to say between 85 and 90.
That's a lot.
The actual topic and subject is true. Okay. And some of the stuff in the middle, like the embellishment of some of it, is stuff I made up. But the actual subject of what happened is true.
Okay. So it's so funny because when we look at you write things that I sit back and watch and I'm like, who thinks of this? Like, this is... You have what I call a no holds barred approach, meaning that you're not scared to explore, and you're not afraid to just give people something off the cuff, for lack of better words. Where did that come from?
My parents. My mom used to say I didn't even realize some of the stuff my mom and dad used to say was like inappropriate or things you're not supposed to say, and so they just always told me to express myself and, say what you want. And everything's offensive to somebody.
That's true.
That's true. This show might offend somebody. Like, oh, I'm sick of talk shows. So, everything's offensive to somebody. So I don't care.
And speaking of that, everybody knows I do the motivational videos and things like that. I noticed one of your skits was mocking me. And Bro, I was crying. But the funny part about it is, you normally respond to my motivational videos and things like that. What made you one day just say, you know what, I'm about to make fun of Simeon?
Cause I'll be seeing you like in the car, and I just be like, I hope he's safe. Like I hope his environment is safe. Cause I'll just be I'm like, man, he's an easy target. I just hope he's switching it up. And then it's just like, I know some days you go through stuff and you don't really feel like being motivational.
Yeah, right.
But you do it to help other people, and that's the great thing about it. And so I know every day he's not happy.
And it actually made me feel good to see that, and it made me laugh. And you made me switch up my location too. Right. If you notice, after that, I stopped doing it in the car, because I used to always do them in the car.
Yeah.
But the thing about that, Jay, it showed me that people are actually listening and watching, because there's a lot of people that commented on it, and some people told me about it. And it is actually, for me, it's an honor to be mimicked or memed or
Imitation is the greatest form of flattery.
Yeah. So, but it was so funny. Remember I called you? I was like, dude, how you gonna make fun of me doing motivation? It was hilarious though. So let me ask you this: what's the biggest challenge comedians face today in this area of with the social media and different things like that, and instant feedback?
Everybody shouldn't have access to the internet, and people be like, I don't read the comments. Yes, you do. Everybody looks at the comments.
Yes.
And a lot of times people are not ready to hear what someone has to say. Everyone wants to be funny. Everybody has an opinion, and people just say wild shit under your post. And you be like, I don't even know you. Yeah. Like, what is wrong with you? And that's the greatest. People have to deal with other people. And if you can navigate through that, you'll be fine. But everybody's gonna have a comment about something. And
the thing that trips me out, there are people that post and comment that would never do this stuff in real life.
They would never.
Meaning in person. They're not, you see that person don't talk, that person don't come around.
Yep.
And it's like they get, when people drink, they say they get beer muscle.
The courage, yeah.
They get that courage.
Keyboard
it's like
courage.
People get that keyboard courage. And, but I think that social media, it's a good thing in some senses, but in a lot of senses, it's not, because people just feel that they can say and do whatever they want, and it's really not valid.
It's not.
Yeah.
And then I just see people just going on. This on celebrity posts, and I just be like, dude, you have never been punched in the face before, because you would not say this in someone's face.
Yes, definitely. And so, who are some of the filmmakers or comedians and actors that were your biggest influence, that made you, that kind of shaped and formed your style?
Eddie Murphy, Robert Townsend, Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock. There's a lot of like old school people, like the Keenan Ivory Wayans. It's all of that stuff. That's what I watched growing up. Richard Pryor.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Let's go. I have to ask you this one. With Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
What was it about Eddie Murphy and his comedy and his style? Because he's all over the place. He can go from here to here.
Right.
What was it about him that made you curious and want to explore?
When I saw, you remember Raw, and they had like
Yes.
a little mini movie before Raw.
Yeah.
And when they show him as a little boy saying some crazy stuff, I'm like, that was me. And I'm like, that's a version of me. And so that's when I immediately, and I was like 6 when Raw came out, and I was watching it. Shouldn't have been watching it, but oh well. But all the stuff, all the impressions he was doing, all the different, the characters and voices, that immediately, like, I want to do that at some point. I just didn't know how that looked at the time.
Right. Okay. So when you talk about, let's go here real quick before I finish with the creative hustle and get into some of those things. You decided to do the Bernie Mac Lifetime Achievement Award, right? Bernie Mac, we all know Bernie Mac from Southside Chicago, just Chicago, period.
Right.
Phenomenal comedian, actor, and just a great guy. I had the pleasure of actually meeting his daughter and his wife, and then actually talking to them at your awards. What made you want to name this award after him and make it available to Chicagoans?
So this was like, I want to say 2024. So I've been working with Damian Williams for since 2016.
I remember,
and he's always been available. He's always gave me great advice. He's always just been supportive of me. And I'm like, man, it'd be dope if we could just present Damon Woodard Awards at our next premiere.
Yes.
And I'm like, man, you know, it'd be crazy. What if we could name it the Bernie Mac Lifetime Achievement Award? So I'm friends with Bernie's daughter.
Yes.
Already on Instagram. I reached out to her. Just like, hey, you know, just want to name an award after your dad. How do you think that would that work? She's like, no, well, that'd be a great idea. You just have to ask my mom. She's in charge of his estate. I said, cool. So I reached out to the Bernie Mac Foundation. A few days later, I sent her an email just detailing what I want to do with the award, who I want to be the first recipient, and went from there. Like a week later, her attorney reached out to me and said, yes, Rhonda thinks that's a great idea. She would love for you to have it. We grant you permission to create the Bernie Mac Lifetime Achievement Award.
Right.
And in my mind, I'm like, nobody else thought about this? That's the funny thing about it.
Yes.
And we presented it to Damon at the premiere in 2024.
I was there. I remember.
And then we went ahead, and then from there, Rhonda reached out personally and was like, just told me how much he couldn't make the first one, but everyone from the foundation was there.
Yes.
And she's like, I heard everything was great. And I told her, like, we want you to be a part of this process, picking the next recipient. And she was like, great. So we reached out to her. We threw out a list of names, and she was like, this is the person I want for the next one.
Okay, yeah. So far now to date, there's been 2, and we're looking forward to many more. So my challenge to you is to continue doing that, and I always look to see how you can honor other great Chicagoans, and not just Chicagoans, just great comedians, actors, and things like that, because it's necessary. Like you said, you can't believe nobody had thought of that.
Right.
You know, and it makes sense. When you did, I was like, God, dog, that's, that was genius. So
right.
like, and a lot of people, it's so funny because a lot of people see you being innovative, and they see you being creative and being the catalyst for certain things, and sometimes they hate because they mad they didn't come up with it, and you got a lot of people that congratulate. But I applaud you for doing that.
Thank you.
And the other thing I want to get to is, let's go, before I get to Creative Hustle, let's go to things like Not Another Black Movie, Horrific, all the way back to Not Another Black Movie. That came out, was it 2016 or 2017?
2016.
Okay,
2016.
2016. So I was telling my girlfriend, I thought it was like right before COVID. But then I watched it, and I was like, wait a minute. That was longer than that.
Yeah, that was long.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, that's 10. It'll be 10 years.
10 years.
And we released them on Black Friday in November. Yeah. So it'll be 10 years this November.
So what I like about going back, anybody that goes back to watch Not Another Black Movie, make sure you check it out. It's on Tubi. I want you to look at that, and then I want you to look at Jay's new work, and I want you to see the evolution of it. Because I was looking at it, I was like, I see how you've evolved as a filmmaker, as a writer, as a filmmaker, from the production, the quality, and everything. What is it like for you to see your work from then to your work now? It's
hard. It's not even a bad thing. I don't even watch my old stuff. Like anything past 3 years old, I don't watch it. It's not that I don't like it. It's just like I write a lot, and everything I write new, I feel is better.
And it should get better.
Yeah, and it's just like it's hard for me to watch it. Sometimes I watch like some old stuff. I'm like, I should never have done this shit. But it's just that's part of growing and seeing where you started from and where you ended it.
And speaking in that vein, a lot of people say, oh, I'm going to wait until I get to here, or wait till I get, but that's the whole process of growing. You know, you do it, and you learn from it, and you get better, and you continue to build.
Absolutely.
And I think that's the thing that I admire about you, is the fact that I've seen you over the years. I've been a part of a lot of your projects, whether I was acting in it or just supporting it or helping. So seeing the growth is really cool. Wow. So now you started Creative Hustle. Yeah. So now we're talking about, we look at Robert Townsend and Hollywood Shuffle and things like that. Right. Was that an inspiration for you for Creative Hustle?
100%. It happened during COVID, and I was just sitting there, just went down a YouTube wormhole, and I was like, oh shit, I remember this. And then I was just sitting there, I'm like, you know what, we could do that. I know a lot of talented people that I just met over the years of me through doing my podcast show, and it's through this network. I'm like, I know a lot of talented people to do that. And so I reached out to Omar, who was at home shooting his crossbow in his backyard because it's COVID. And I'm like, hey man, do you remember this show? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, hey, let's try to do it. And that's how it happened.
Right. And that was a great thing. And I love the fact that you incorporate people. Like at the first one, I never forget at the first one. Now I was a part of one of the skits, but also at the first one, by me knowing Rodney Perry, knowing everybody, I'm in the crowd, I'm sitting in the front, and there was a thing where Rodney was doing like an interaction with the crowd, and I stood up and I was doing
break
stuff.
dancing,
but you took things like that and you incorporated it into the show, so people get to see this. So they're seeing real time,
right?
You know, so I think that's really cool because everything isn't scripted.
Oh yeah, everything, and some of the best stuff is unscripted.
Yeah, yes. So let me ask you this: what project, out of all the projects you've done so far, which project has pushed you further creatively and personally?
Not another black movie, and that's something because it went further. A lot of people saw that between Amazon and then the Amazon legs it had, and then the Tubi legs it had. It went so far. Like people are still randomly like liking the fan page because they're just now seeing it.
Yes.
And it's just a lot of people. Like I gained a connection with Janet Huber, who was in the movie. Like we'll text every now and then, just checking on each other. All the people in it, Rodney Perry, who else? What is Roy Wood Jr.
Roy Wood Jr.
Yeah, he reached out. Like I met him in like 2013 on Facebook, and then he reached out like, man, this is a good project.
Right.
So it's just that one has had the most legs so far.
Okay, and it's so cool thinking about not another black movie. It's a spoof.
Yeah,
you're making fun of so many things, and I watch it. And like I saw one of the scenes I was in, it's funny because I'm watching it and I'm laughing at it like it's
like
not me.
Like you just seeing it for the first time.
Like for the first time, and I'm like, who comes up with this? Like that part about she's writing in a diary.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden,
I just posted that
sitting
scene
right next to and he's like, get out of my face with that damn diary.
Right.
I reposted it and so many people were responding to it. But that's the thing about comedy. It has longevity. It has a life of its own. So when you talk about balance and making audiences laugh while telling like those stories, what's the thing that keeps everything like emotionally grounded?
My wife.
Okay.
My wife. She's like the checks and balances.
Shout out to Crystal. Go Mob. She's a Zeta of the segment.
Yeah, she's the checks and balances. She tells me, maybe you should do this or say this instead or whatever. And she gives me great feedback. When we first met, I sent her all my stuff and she just gave me feedback. She's like, I see where you're going, but how about you try this?
I know that feeling. And it's great to have a partner that's like that.
Oh, yeah.
And it's so funny. The thing I love about Crystal is the fact that your wife Crystal, she gets involved.
Yeah.
Like I've seen you guys do skits, and it's hilarious.
Yep.
It's hilarious. But to be able to be yourself and push that out, and for her to come along on that ride, I think that makes the relationship even better. What do you think about her having the ability to tap in and join in? How does that help your relationship?
We wouldn't have been together if we weren't on the same page.
Exactly.
Because it'll be too hard to do.
Yes.
So I'm like, this is a part of my life. And it's like, if you can't do that, then I don't think we would have been together. So she was all in from the beginning.
Because you crazy.
Right. It's like, I told her everything, the good, the bad, the raw, like, here you go. What do you want to do? You want to stay on or get off? It's on you. And she was like, let's do it.
So one thing about you that I love, I started off at Second City, and I've done comedy, and I continue to hit the stage. And just to put it out there, you're one of the people that I glean from and I lean on for information and asking, how does this sound? Or can you help me with this? And things like that. Just so you know, everybody has somebody that helps them write.
Oh yeah, everybody.
If they telling you they don't, they're lying. So I can proudly say that, Jay, that you've helped me with a lot of things.
Yeah.
And what's What's something that's normally misunderstood about working in comedy?
Joke thieves, and like everything is not theft. If you have the same life experiences,
Yes.
you're gonna talk about the same shit.
Yeah, yeah.
That sometimes, and then a lot of people be like, "He stole my joke." I'm like, was it a good joke? Does it really matter?
Yeah.
But a lot of times, if you do some shit verbatim, like what's that dude? Carlos Mencia did a Bill Cosby joke
Like
verbatim.
yeah.
Like that's stealing. But if you have the same subject matter, you really have to, like, did he steal this from me? Was he
Yes.
there when I did this
Right.
joke? So. But it is, but don't get me wrong, people do steal shit.
Yeah.
At the same time, they do steal.
And like you said, people have there's a lot of people that have a lot of the same experiences. Like I've heard the same joke told 20 different ways.
Exactly.
You know, and I think one joke I came up with, I ran it by you, was like, oh, somebody did that already.
Yeah.
You know, but you said, but if you do it this way, it's
Right.
different.
Right.
So yeah, so I think that's important. And so looking ahead, man, what kinds of stories or projects are you most excited about creating next? What do you want to do? What's next for Jay Davis?
I don't know. Like, I want to do a third season of Creative Hustle. I wrote this series called Rhea, starring Cinda Williams. So hopefully we get to shoot that. She's playing the Grim Reaper.
If everybody don't know who Cinda Williams is, Cinda Williams is the light-skinned sister from Mo Better Blues. Yes, she's still around. I got a chance to do a project with Cinda. So yeah.
Piece of David, were you in that?
No, I didn't. I saw it.
Okay.
But I wasn't in
Okay,
it.
which
But
one?
but what did I do with Cinda? Is that the only thing she did with you?
She did Stepdads.
Yes, I was in
Stepdad.
Stepdad.
Yep.
Yes. I'm like, I know, yeah. So that's gonna be cool. I look forward to seeing it. Hopefully working on it. I always
Yeah,
thought
we haven't cast it yet, so yeah. She's the only one casted.
she's the Grim Reaper.
She's a version of the Grim Reaper. Like, it's told from, like, what if the Grim Reaper was just like on Earth, just a regular person and still doing her job.
So let me ask you this, and I know people want to know this. So what kind of Grim Reaper is she going to be? Is she going to be a snarly Grim Reaper, or you going to try to turn Cinda Williams back to the Mo Better Blues Cinda Williams?
She's going to be cool. She's going to be like herself now,
Okay.
present day Cinda Williams, but she got to make, like, she gets a list of people that needs to get killed, and she just makes sure those deaths happen. Okay. So, and it's a 8-episode story or whatever. Like, if say you get a list of people to kill, and if something happens on that list where that person doesn't die, then it's consequences.
Okay.
And so it's a story. It's a comedy horror, but she loved it. I sent her like the first episode. Here's how it happened. I wanted her to do a sketch. Uncle Melvin sketch, Melvin Simmons sketch. And she was like, it's funny, but I can't do this kind of stuff no more.
Right.
Like my brands. And I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
That's like.
Because I know if Uncle Melvin was in it, it was raunchy.
Yeah, and that was just like, you remember on The Last Dance when Jordan was like, I took that personal? I took that personal. But not in a bad way, but I'm like, all right, I'm finna write something for her. Right. And so I wrote like the first episode, and she loved it. And she like, can I see more? I'm like, sure. And so I just kept going.
But that's the thing about being creative and being innovative. You don't get offended, and even if you do get offended, you bounce back from it and you come around. Everybody, I'm sitting here with Jay Davis, filmmaker, author, writer, comedian, and we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back to find out about his book writing skills.
I'm starting to believe Charles is cheating on me. Just the other day, he asked me to take the kids to school, and I agreed. And then I realized we don't have any children. This morning, he told me that he hopes I would get run over by a semi-truck and then punched in the face by a pastor. I don't know what to think anymore. I wish I could get a sign from above on what to do. I am so lost right now.
Veronica, what the hell is wrong with you? We can hear everything you're saying.
I don't understand, Charles.
Understand this. My real family, they're tired of waking up every morning and seeing you asleep on the living room couch.
What are you saying to me, Charles?
Veronica, look at my boys. They're 12 and 10. My fiance, she's 2 months pregnant. It's over.
Are you leaving me, Charles?
What the? Am I leaving you? Veronica, I've been left you. Look, the only thing I need you to do is sign these divorce papers and take your bag full of dirty clothes that someone pissed on
That was me. I pissed on him.
and have a nice life.
Dear Diary, I'm starting to believe Charles is upset with me.
God damn it with the diary! Let's go.
It's my diary.
Let's go. Look, sign those papers. Let's go, guys.
I love you,
Go.
Charles.
Come on.
I'll see you for dinner.
All right, everybody. So I've been sitting here with Jay Davis, my brother. People always say we look like we're related. I won't tell you that my mom and his dad went to grammar school together, so I have no idea what happened. But I'm just joking.
That was
I'm
back.
playing.
They didn't wear condoms back then, so
Look,
anything is possible.
We can't play like that because everybody already think we're related. And they're going to say, I knew it. No.
Shout out to Jeremiah Fraser. I still got that post saved in my phone.
Oh, man. It's so funny, man, that people, I think the thing I love about what we do and dealing with people is somebody has to tell these stories. Somebody has to bring to life and be creative and because people need to laugh. People need to laugh. They need to be inspired.
Especially
they need
now.
to be entertained. Yes.
Gas is $1,000.
Oh my God. What? Bro, it is gas so high that I saw a car on a horse's back. I was like, wait a minute. What? But it's crazy. And I just think that we got to do something about our administration.
And I mean, I hate to get political, but for anyone who's responsible for this, I hope your car runs out of gas when you're going to have sex with your sister.
Oh, wow. Wait a minute. I don't know. I'm glad I don't know any of those people, but whoever he's talking to.
You know what demographic I'm talking to.
Whoever he's talking to, good luck. But so as we get through this interview, brother, I appreciate you coming on my podcast / talk show.
Thank you.
And I want to we talked about your creativity, you as a writer and comedian, and your awards, the things not only have you created awards for people, but I remember remember we were in LA for the
HAPA Awards.
The HAPA Awards.
Yeah.
You got an award,
Yep.
and I think that same year we got an award for Black and Privilege.
Yep.
And but watching you, I watched you evolve, brother, and I'm proud to know you.
Thank
but
you.
not only that, and I can say this. I like the fact that we're like brothers for real.
Yeah.
Like you can call me, or I can call you, or we check on each other. It's not just about the work.
Yeah.
It's about the humanity.
You are one of the few people that I try to respond to faster than others. Like, I respond to everybody, but sometimes you be like, I don't feel like, because they're going to call me.
right,
and I don't feel like talking right now.
Right. And it's so funny. The funny thing about it is, if I can't reach you, I reach out to Crystal.
Like, where you at?
And it's so funny because I'll send you and it's times I knew you were busy and I couldn't be there because I was going through something or whatever. So that same message I sent you, I sent to her because I know you're gonna get it and she's gonna respond and then you're gonna eventually respond. So yeah, but it's cool to have those type of relationships. And speaking about relationships, you became an author.
Yeah.
I wasn't shocked by it at all. I was actually waiting for it, but I was shocked by what you decided to start writing.
Yeah.
So that was the shock. So I went to your first book signing.
You didn't believe it.
I was coming anyway, but I was like, this nigga wrote a book. Let me see this book. No, but The Adventures of
JD and Marcus.
JD and Marcus. And I want to show everybody, I know you brought some with you.
Yeah.
So everybody, make sure you check out The Adventures of JD and Marcus. That was part 1, and then it has a workbook. But then he came up with the other one, what is it? The Secrets of Linden Avenue. So Linden Avenue is where you grew up. So let's go back real quick. What inspired you to write The Adventures of JD and Marcus? I know because you told me, but the people need to know.
So we weren't filming at the time, and I can't sit still. And I've always wanted to do a book, like a children's book or something, or tell a story. But I was like, all right, this is a good time to do it. So it literally happened. I wrote the first book in like a week.
Wow, yeah.
I just was sitting at home and I'm like, I need to do something. And so I told the story about how I met my first best friend, Marcus. And when we moved to a new neighborhood, he was the first person I actually talked to. And so I started coming up with all these, like, stuff that's locked in your memory from a long time ago. And it was like easy. Like, oh, I remember that. Oh, I remember that. And so it became easy. And it actually was like closure or whatever, because he passed away when I was in college.
Right.
And I never got a chance to like go to the funeral or nothing like that. And so even when I put the book out, his brother, who was like my brother, he was like, man, thank you for this.
He was at the first.
Yeah, he was at the first because he didn't get closure. So.
Yeah, that's cool. And it's so funny. It's so funny how things work. And this is why I'm glad we're good friends. Do you remember when you sent it to, it's so funny. It's like you always send me everything you do. And I'd be so honored by that. And I don't know if you remember when you sent me that, I was like, nigga, I'm sitting up here trying to do a children's book. And you remember that? And I'm like, and it was funny because I like the fact that you share your work and that you do, because there's a lot of people that want to do things and they're scared to do it. And they'll see you do it and then it'll inspire them to do it.
Yeah.
So what do you think, how do you feel about your work inspiring people?
That's what it's supposed to do.
Okay.
Anything I do, hopefully somebody's inspired. And it's like, I want you to try to do something great. It's like, or if not, the art suffers.
Yeah.
You have a lot of mediocrity. There's a lot of mediocrity today.
Yeah.
People are not applying themselves or not trying. Everyone wants to do the latest TikTok or Instagram trend. I'm like, come up with something creative. Everyone has a story. They just got to tell it.
Okay, so you got the Adventures of JD and Marcus, and then now you have the Adventures on Linden Avenue.
Yep.
Let's show the people that.
So
tell us about that.
There's this continuation on the first story. The second story, the Secrets of Linden Avenue, is more like I wanted to do like a mystery kind of thing, because I was always obsessed with like clue finding and mysteries and stuff like that.
Okay.
So they end up finding a time capsule and a map, and everything is leading them to treasure or whatever. So they going through a neighborhood trying to unlock all these clues.
And this is in the hood.
This is Bellwood.
Bellwood is the suburb hood. Okay.
And so this one ends on a cliffhanger at the very end, and it's like I kind of was forced to write the third book.
So wait, this one isn't out yet.
This one out. This one just came out. This was the last one.
This is the one that just came.
Yeah.
Okay, but this came out.
That came out already.
But I'm saying it came out after JD and Marcus.
Yeah.
So see, that's what I'm saying. You moving so fast.
Yeah.
You dropping book after book after book.
Yeah, I wrote 3 in a year.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, this was the most recent one. It's a continuation of the second book.
Oh, that's what. Okay, so I knew that's what threw me off. This is the Secrets Beyond.
Yeah. So it picks up right where this one left off, and that one, the second one, leaves off that they didn't find the clues because they thought they went left when they should have went right. The third one actually confirmed there is something out there. They just got to find it.
Okay, and then the last thing about the books, there are workbooks that go along with the books.
Yes, activity workbooks.
And what's that about?
It's just basically to keep kids busy. Some of them reference stuff from the book, so if parents want to make sure their kids reading, they make sure they do the workbook, and they'll find out if they read the book or not.
Okay, good, perfect. So I'm gonna. Are you leaving any of those books with us?
I'll leave them. Well, yeah, and the mug. That's all. For me.
Also too. Look at that. Jay brought gifts. So hey, you know you're doing something.
You always
right.
bring gifts to people. You always bring gifts. Don't come empty-handed.
Exactly. I appreciate it. So man, thank you for sitting down with me, brother. It's a pleasure and an honor to get in the mind and see what pushes and drives Jay Davis.
Thank you, man.
Because you have a great creative mind.
It's not heroin.
And that's
It's not heroin. Just so everybody.
Because
I
if
don't
it
know if you
was,
heard the rumors.
Because if it was, you would be nodding right now on the show.
Right.
He's not nodding on the show. But tell everybody what to expect next from you and where they can find you.
You can find me, Jay Davis TP, Jay Davis TP on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn. Look for me May 30th. We are doing a screening for Creative Hustle Season 2, finally, and hopefully get to film some more this year. So that's the main thing. I'm done writing children's book for a little bit. I'm gonna get back to focus. I took a year off from filming.
Yeah.
And so I'm ready to get back to doing that.
I'm ready for you. And you know I'm always sending you, what's next? What's next? What's
Yeah,
next?
so I tell, because people ask me like, I'm literally sitting here. I'm not having filmed in a year, and so I like the stuff with me and my wife. We'll shoot some stuff, but a lot of stuff I post is just older stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm ready to get back to it and making people laugh again.
Okay, cool.
Like make people laugh again.
So everybody, make sure you go to Eventbrite and get your tickets for Creative Hustle Season 2. It is May 30th. It's going to be dope. Make sure you guys come on out. It's going to be at the Hollywood Boulevard Cinema in Woodridge. That's Saturday, May 30th at 7 p.m. and to 10 p.m. Make sure you go get your tickets. I will be there. Of course, Jay will be there.
Hopefully
and,
I'll be there.
and I'm throwing it out there for the world so y'all know that I want to do this somehow, some way. I know I've been in the skits, but I want to be a part of the actual day that the creative, because I've seen it since inception.
Yeah.
And but I want to tell you, man, to the way you set everything up and the way you do everything, and when people come, everybody feels comfortable. They feel like family.
It's a different energy. I can't even describe it. Like I can tell. I try to tell like last year, I tried to tell a comedian this is a different energy.
It is.
I can't put it into words, but
is.
even when people came out during COVID, it was just a different kind of thing, and the crowd was loving everybody.
My God.
The crowd gave them everything they had.
Yes.
I'm like, all y'all got to do is do what y'all been doing.
That's it.
And y'all are good.
That's it.
And so for the most part, everybody did great, except maybe one person. But for the most part, everyone did amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm just so proud of everybody who is like, I literally just heard Kevin Hart say this, like, oh, Chris Rock on his show, Funny Elf, is like, be better than you are.
Yes.
Like
Come on.
that one time, that one night, and everybody on that show, except maybe one person, were better than I've seen them be.
And it's so funny that I just started watching this show, and if you want to be in the business, people, you have to do the work. The work includes taking classes, going to shows, practicing your art, talking to people, being personable, and different things like that. You have to do these things. And I think the one thing, and it's like Damon, Leon, and B. Cole, all these different comedians. The thing that I'm so thankful for is the fact that the one thing about Chicago comedians, if they feel you shouldn't be doing it, they're gonna be like, you're doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
And I never got that.
Right.
They all told me, you got what it takes, you got the personality, you're likable, now you do it this way. But to have people, because everybody say, oh, people be hating and stuff. No, people ain't hating, people be telling you the truth.
Sometimes people just don't like you.
That's true, that's true too. And you gotta be okay with that.
Yeah, people just forget that you live in a world where nobody's an asshole. Maybe you are an asshole and no one likes you. It's nothing to do with hate. And people just, oh man, he hating on me. No, you a piece of shit. I know you. So stop acting like everyone's hating on you. It's not that.
Oh man. Well, man, like I always say, and I think I gave you a shirt. I gotta get you a couple of new shirts, to be symbolic shirts, which means simply your best. You're always being your best. And not only that, you're pushing everybody else to be their best, man. So I thank you for everything you're doing. I thank you for taking the time to come on the show. And it's everybody look out for Jay Davis, Creative Hustle Season 2, May 30th. Go to Tubi and watch Not Another Black Movie. What else is on there?
It's not another black movie, not another zombie movie.
Not another zombie movie.
EDYH.
EDYH.
And coming soon, Horrific will be on there, which you are in.
Yes, and if you just put Jay Davis in there, all of his movies pop up. Make sure you follow the brother. Make sure you go get the books. And I will be posting this. Make sure you support and continue to watch the Simeon Henderson Show /podcast. We're always giving a voice to the people, and your voice matters. We'll see you next time. Thank you, Jay.
Thank you, brother.
Peace.